Hello, hello, hello. How are you guys doing this evening? It is 2:12 a.m. and I'm opening my Diet Coke. We'll be vlogging from the driveway tonight because Indiana is on a curfew. Our curfew started at 8 a.m. or 8 p.m. because of the shootings and the riots in downtown Indianapolis tonight, or last night, were so bad that that they closed down Indianapolis tonight. And you know, I was reading the comments last night about earlier of what a lot of people said, and I was going to kind of just address some of it. I'm just going to be really honest with you. I'm really not in the mood to address it tonight. I just can't. There were 2 casualties last night in Indianapolis, and one of them was somebody that we knew. And I'm just really sad tonight. And I got on, you know, my husband was really upset with somebody he knew really well. And I didn't know him as well, but I have, you know, hung out and met him a couple times. And really great guy. Played football for a private school here in Indianapolis. Played football for IU. And was an asset to not just the community of Indianapolis, but the Black community of Indianapolis. And just happened to be outside his apartment in downtown Indianapolis and got shot last night. And I just was on my Facebook. It was just like one thing after another that people were saying. I mean, it's literally just like one friend after another, just one friend after another, just one friend after another saying things, and I'm just like, it just gets worse and worse and worse and worse. And I don't even really know what to say, you know, about it. And like somebody commented on my vlog and said, I know that there are people that are like, can you please talk about something else or whatever? And I haven't seen those comments, so I didn't see those come up, but this is my vlog, so I'm going to talk about what I want to talk about on here. And, you know, if the things that I talk about make you uncomfortable, because I feel that we need to talk about these injustices, and we need to talk about them. We need to be having the conversations. Everybody needs to be having these conversations. I've always talked about what was real over here, whether that was the hard realities of addiction and loss and grief, to being bullied, to being gay, to coming out, and all this kind of stuff. And I'm not in any way comparing what is going on in the world right now with the injustices towards the Black community. In any way am I comparing that to the LGBT community, and I said that last night. I clarified last night that I was not comparing the two. I even said in my vlog that there is no way that you can compare the two. I even gave an example of how I said that, and yet it was even brought up that I could possibly, like, that I should not even compare the two. I made that very, very clear. I was not comparing the two. But I've talked about all of those things, and the majority of people are like, thank you for sharing this, and this has helped me get treatment, or thank you for sharing this because I have similar stories, or I was bullied too, or whatever. But all of a sudden, we want to talk about the uncomfortable conversation of race relations in our country, and all of a sudden people get uncomfortable. Well, let's not talk about that. Let's not talk about that. We need to be talking about it. We absolutely need to be talking about it. My brother-in-law and his girlfriend are putting themselves like right in the middle of all of it in downtown San Diego. Which, you know, if that's what he feels like he needs to do. And he's peacefully protesting. And I want to make this clear too. Okay, I do not believe in violence in any way, shape, or form. I've said that in my last 2 vlogs. I have said that in talking about this. I believe in peaceful protesting. I have said that time and time again. And I got a comment and somebody was like, you need to make sure that you're not encouraging. I'm like, I feel like people pick and choose what they want to hear sometimes. And if I come across as angry, like somebody told me tonight, you shouldn't be angry, you should be sad. Don't tell me how to feel. I am angry. And I should be angry. I'm outraged by what is going on in the world right now and in what's going on in our country. I'm outraged by it. I'm angry. Senseless people are being killed. And anger is a secondary emotion for hurt and pain as well, you know? And I'm hurt, and I'm pained, and I'm sad. And I know that many of you out there are as well. I know that you are. And I'm not in any way trying to take away from that. I'm just trying to share what is my truth over here. And hopefully be able to have a conversation. And you know, I thought I could come on here and I could do that tonight, but then I got on Facebook and people are just leaving like such glowing little messages, not little messages, but like where was the one that my friend read? Let me find my friend. Here he is. He said, so this was our friend. This was Chris. And wait a second, I took a picture of this article because I knew that Alex was going to want to see this tomorrow. This former IU football player, Chris Beatty, killed in downtown Indianapolis shootings. So I don't know if you can see it. He has like an IU football jacket on. But our friend left this beautiful message. And it says, a titan has fallen. I've cried and cried over the past 2 hours. And the other thing was, he was like missing. Like nobody knew where he was for like all these hours, you know? A titan has fallen. I've cried and cried over the past 2 hours. We have lost a great soul in the black community. A great man who was a proud Hoosier, who always repped Indiana. A light and a lion among men. A businessman and a gentleman. A brother that treated you like a brother no matter what color you were. A man of action who always took care of you. And watched the back of his friends. If you ever got to meet him, please know that please, I can't even read. If you never got to meet him, please know that if you think highly of me and what I do, know that Chris did 5 to 10-fold the acts and labors of building up his community and country, bridging the gap and building the foundation for something real, or for something great. And then he goes in and he speaks to the family, and then also there was like one guy in town who's a DJ, and he was like really, really good friends with him. And then next one, I'm numb from the news. It's true. He really passed last night. So he has lost an amazing soul. It's just like one thing after another that people are posting, and here's my friend, was like his really close friend. He like changed his update picture to him with, just so sad. I don't hear another friend of ours. This picture, change this picture. I just wonder, like, when this is all, like, when things are gonna get better. And I don't think they are until something changes. I went out earlier today. So I did the True Crime Book Club. We had the True Crime Book Club at 4 o'clock today. It went really well. I have to talk about some other things, because I feel like, I don't know, I just think it would be good for me to do that. But, so we had the True Crime Book Club today at 4 o'clock, and this, like, just happened. So, like, it's, like, 2:25. We went to bed about midnight. Alex found out about 11:30. I think that's when everybody found out. Alex is just wrecked. And he's like, and it's bringing all kinds of stuff up for him with his friend that passed away last year, Jason. And it's all the same friend group, too. So we had the True Crime Book Club today. It went really well. We went almost 2 hours. And, we were like, an hour and 52 or 53 minutes. We guested a ton of people. We're gonna have to keep it shorter in the future, because I cannot go that long, because I've always got stuff I gotta do afterwards. But we did that, and then, okay, so anyway, it was so much fun. My friend, her name is Sarah, so this is like one of my best friends in the entire world. And she started her channel today, and her channel is called True Crime Kitchen. And this is my friend that everybody thought was gonna be Melissa, but it's my friend Sarah. And so she came in because she's part of the True Crime Book Club, and so at the very end, she guested and kind of talked about what her book club's gonna, or what her YouTube channel is gonna be about. And she put up her very first video tonight, and it is her welcome video. And I don't know how many, hold on a second, let me see how many. Here it is, True Crime Kitchen. It's just 50 subscribers already. It cracks me up. And she has 101 views on her video. And so this is what it looks like. I will link it right, well, because I can't see it because of the light. I will, oh shoot, it just went to something else. Hold on. I will link it right below. This is what it looks like. It's like, just like blue, and it says True Crime Kitchen on it. But anyway, I'll link it below. If you would, I would love for you to go subscribe. It would make her entire life. She's gonna have so much fun with it. Here, I will show you 2 seconds of it. Oh, it won't play because when I'm, like, the car's going and, because of the sound, I have to have the auxiliary cord, hooked up. What is this? So then after I got off from doing the book club, I talked to Mel, and I talked for like half an hour. We always do afterwards, just kind of like, you know, what'd you think, how'd it go, blah, 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 what could we do different in the future, things like that. We talked about some of the other stuff to do with the book club. And then, so then I talked to Sarah, because Sarah was like wanting to get her video up tonight, and she was like wanting me to watch the welcome video to ask me what I thought. They thought it was cute. I thought she did a good job on it for her first video. It only took like 6 takes, because before she was like, I was like, you are so, like, if you would have seen her in the live stream, you'd understand, but she was so, I look wrecked, don't I? I just look wrecked. I feel wrecked. She said, she's just like, oh, she's like, you know, has all, like, this a lot like me, a lot of energy and all over the place. And but she's coming across as like real monotone on the video. And I said, everybody does this, like they get real nervous when they're making their videos. I said, you have to just totally be yourself. And her son is like helping her with it, so he's like sitting, you know, like on the other side of the room or whatever. And so he's the director, I guess. And so I said, just talk to him like you would talk to, you know, like anybody else out there. And she's like, how am I supposed to have a conversation by myself for 10 or 20 minutes? I said, I do it for 2 hours a night. You can do it for 10 or 20 minutes, you know? And she was like, yeah, I guess. And so, but I think she's going to do a good job at it. She's going to do some really funny stuff. So this is what she's going to do. So her first video, I believe, is a cake decorating video. And the reason she's doing it is because she's talking about her Baumeister, who is the killer that lived at Fox Hollow Farms. And the one that I went to, which is my most viewed vlog ever, the Fox Hollow Farms vlog. And so she's real into the Herb Baumeister thing. And so she, this is kind of funny story. But anyway, so like she knew this fact that Herb, when he used to work for the Bureau of Motor Vehicles, and he would keep a cake in his desk drawer just because he liked to watch it decay, because he liked to watch things decay, okay? So she's decorating this cake, right? But her and her husband and her mother-in-law, who has since passed away, and her son, when her son was like 5, they live like, well, she lives like 2 minutes from Fox Hollow Farms. Probably like 2 minutes, actually. And so, God, I don't even know, like 2 minutes, yeah. And so, she said that today in the live stream. But anyway, they went out there, and because her mother-in-law wanted to go see it, and so they like pulled up in front of the driveway and stuff. And her mother-in-law got out, and she always said that she was like an empath, and Sarah does such a funny imitation of it. I hope she does it for the video because it's hilarious. And she goes, so you know, her Baumeister killed like 29 gay guys, and her mother-in-law they all got out of the car, and they were just like standing there looking at this house, right? And oh my God. So her mother-in-law was like, now her son at the time was 5, right? Her mother-in-law was like, I see him, I feel him, I feel all the souls of those poor dead gay boys, those poor dead gay boys. It's not funny. It is not funny at all, but it's so funny how Sarah says it. And she kept on going on, and Sarah's son, who is hilarious, he goes, Grandma, I don't see them. Where are they, Grandma? I sit in my cup. So anyway, Sarah will call me up, and she'll say, and she'll just, I'll answer the phone, I'll go, hello, and she'll go, oh, those poor dead gay boys. But she literally knows everything about that case. She knows everything in the entire world about that case. It's so sad, that whole case. But, so she's starting that. And then she's also going to do some things like, she's going to cook, like, serial killers' favorite meals and stuff. Like, I don't, like, just for, I said to her, like, for example, like, if Ted Bundy, like, loved apple pie, she goes, yeah, except I'm not going to talk about Ted Bundy because I can't, he bores me. And I don't like anything to do with him. So she's not going to be talking about Ted Bundy. But, my neighbors got a new car, by the way. They were so excited. They're such a cute couple. They are so fun. So he just turned 60. She turned 60 like 2 or 3 months ago. And so today I saw them and I said, she goes, and I'm just kind of like standing there and I'm not noticing anything. And she goes, did you see what we got? And I go, oh my God. I go, for his birthday? And she goes, kind of. She goes, we've always just wanted one. And so we thought, it's time. And so they got a Volkswagen convertible bug. And it's like navy blue. It's gorgeous. And it has like the back seats that open out and stuff. I think it does. Maybe it doesn't. Maybe it's just a 2-seater. I can't remember. But they have the back down. And he's real quiet anyway and shy, but like in a real friendly way. And he was real talkative today. But then she was like, we're going to go to Luciana's and we're going to go have margaritas and stuff like that. Somebody asked me this last night. They said, are you not social distancing anymore? Okay, so Indianapolis is back to, I think we're like at 50 people that you can be, 50 to 100, I think is where we're at right now. Restaurants are opened in Indianapolis at half capacity. I haven't gone yet. I don't think that's happening anytime soon. Stores are open, malls are open. I think like June 4th, is that next Friday? Is like, we're at like phase 4, and then July 4th is phase 5. So we're almost completely open here. I am still, to some degree, social distancing. Like when I'm in stores, I, keep my distance. I wear my mask always when I'm out, things like that. Alex and I decided, going into this next stage, of which a lot of our friends and family are completely hanging out with everybody in the world. So those are some of the people that we will not be interacting with. But Alex is going to see 2 of his friends, one of them being Sarah, obviously, and I'm going to see Tanya. But like Tanya and I still aren't hugging or anything like that. Like when I was leaving her house last night, I had my cup and she was like, here, let me get the ice. And so I held the cup and she took the ice and like, so, and all of that kind of stuff. We're just, we're taking precautions, but as things are starting to open up again, there's just a few people that we are going to see. And a lot of it has to do with, are we like interacting with people that aren't interacting with a lot of other people, if that makes sense. So that we're still keeping our circles small. Like if I have, like, we have a couple friends of ours that have wanted to get together and do stuff, or just like sit outside, like, in the driveway and whatever. And I'm not real comfortable with it because they've like gone and done a bunch of stuff. And I'm not judging them, that's their choice, but I don't need to be near that right now. So, but we are still taking, precautions and all of that kind of stuff. I actually, I need to fill my bottles because I have a huge bottle of hand sanitizer. And I need to fill my little bottles of hand sanitizer that I have in here for when I go to the store and stuff like that. But so that's where we're at Indianapolis. I'm not really, I don't know my comfort level in going to, I just heard like a laser or something. I don't know my comfort level in like going to a restaurant yet. I don't know how I feel about that. I know a lot of people that have. My cousin Caroline did, and she went with one friend, and they sat on the patio. I think it's in Indianapolis right now. Like, well, in Hamilton County where she lives, I think they're doing inside too, but she sat outside. And she said it was like literally the tables were like every 10 to 15 feet apart, and there weren't that many. And she said she didn't have to fight to get a table. And then they went to this Luciana's, which is like a Mexican restaurant today, and they sat outside, and they said it was every other table outside, and then there was like no fight for a table, and there weren't that many people out there. And they said all the waiters and waitresses wore masks and everything. But what was I talking about before that? I don't remember. So I am still social distancing, but like really the only people that I'm seeing right now is Tanya and Alex. And Alex has seen Sarah and one of his other friends who doesn't leave because she works from home and everything like that. So who else do I know that's like gone out and like done stuff? I'm trying to think. My sponsor my sponsor too, and she hasn't seen anybody. My dad and my stepmom I haven't seen. I don't plan on seeing them. My dad doesn't want to see anybody because he's almost 80 and he's afraid. He's not afraid. Like, my dad's not like, he's not somebody that gets really afraid of the world, but he's like, if I end up in the hospital at my age on a ventilator, it's probably not going to be great. So he's like, I'm just, you know, I don't need to see, he doesn't really care to see people anyway. My dad just doesn't love to see people anyway. So, I mean, it's not like he's hosting parties or anything, you know. But what was I going to talk about before? Oh, my friend Sarah, her channel. So she's also going to do like, people's last meals. Like, she's going to cook people's last meals. And that's such a genius idea. And then she's going to talk about the true crime and like facts to go along with it, and her feelings and stuff like that. I'm excited for her. It's going to be fun. She's also going to talk about aliens and paranormal stuff over there. She said anything what'd she call it? Like anything kind of like high weirdness. So there's that. And then I went and I did a review today. I went to the post office because I'm back to them like just keeping the stuff. And I still have to show everything that I've gotten since all this happened. So I went there and I got like 2 small packages and I didn't open them. And then I went and I did a review at Fazoli's. And Sarah actually, she did go get the test though. And she has none of the antibodies and she doesn't have anything. And I don't really know how the whole test thing works, but she was explaining it to Alex and she had me on speakerphone. And that was like 2 days ago. Or he had her on speakerphone and that was like, what is today? Today was Sunday. So that was Friday that she got the results back. She's the only person I think, she's the only person I know that's gotten tested, I think. Is she? I feel like she might be the only person I know that got tested. And the reason that Sarah got tested is because she has some health issues. So, through her doctor, they recommended it. I don't know, like, I think you have to still have symptoms or something. She didn't have any symptoms. This was a recommendation of her doctor. And I don't know how the test happened. I don't know where she got it. I don't know anything like that. But I just know that she got, like, all that stuff, and she was like, everything was negative. What was I gonna say next? Oh, I talked to Valerie. Then I went to Fazoli's and I did a review of the cinnamon swirl breadstick bites, and they were so good. You need to probably go and check them out. But then I also got us spaghetti and fettuccine, and I didn't know how big the larges were gonna be, so I got like 2 larges for each of us. I got the fettuccine. Their fettuccine there is vegetarian, and then I got spaghetti and meat sauce for Alex. And, is there like somebody walking down my street? I stopped. I thought I saw somebody walking down my street, but it's not. It's just like the tree in front of this light. But anyway, and then I got 2 spaghettis with meat sauce for Alex, and we ended up getting like 8 breadsticks. You get like 2 breadsticks a dish. And then I got the cinnamon bites and an Italian ice. So I brought it home, and like I'd ask Alex if he wanted anything, and he was like, well, he was like, I don't know what I want. Is like Chick-fil-A open? I was like, Chick-fil-A's not open at Sunday. And he was like, oh, then never mind, I don't want anything. So I thought I would be nice, because I thought he'd be hungry, even though he had this huge can of Hormel chili that I bought him like 3 months ago, with oyster crackers and cheese and all this stuff on it together. So it was like, I thought he'd be hungry, because he can eat a lot on Sundays, you know? I don't know why Sundays, but just like on his day off, he eats a lot. And I thought he'd be real hungry. And so I brought him 2 of these. He loves, you know, spaghetti with meat sauce. It's like his favorite. And somebody in my review was like, did you say meat sauce? I'm like, yeah, it's for my husband. Did you not hear me order the fettuccine for me? And I even asked her if it was vegetarian. But anyway, and I brought it home, and I said, I brought you dinner. I said, you don't have to eat it if you don't want to. And I meant that, right? Like, but I was almost like 90% positive that he probably would. And he came to the kitchen, he goes, I hate Fazoli's. And I go, what? And he goes, I hate Fazoli's. He goes, I just don't think it tastes good at all. And I go, well, I really haven't had it in a really long time, so I don't know. I just wanted something maybe kind of different. And he was like, babe, he was like, you could have gone to Maggiano's or Puccini's or something. He said something like that. He was like, for like the same price, and got like much better. And I was like, I know, but I didn't want to go in anywhere. And so that he was just kind of standing, he was like, but thank you so much. He was like, I just feel bad because I don't think you're gonna like it, because he could tell I was real excited about the fettuccine. So I put the fettuccine in a bowl, and it was literally like kind of plastic when I put it in there. And then I got the breadsticks, and so we're sitting there, and so then he goes, I am kind of hungry. I think I'm going to try it. I go, babe, if you don't want to eat it, just don't eat it. I go, you know, in fact, just put it in the fridge and take it to somebody at work tomorrow. Somebody at work will eat your, you know, just give them to somebody at work. And he goes, no, I'm kind of hungry now. I think I'll eat some of it. Well, he sat there and ate the whole spaghetti and meat sauce, but I started eating the fettuccine. I go, there's not much sauce on this or anything like this. It really wasn't good. It just really wasn't. He was right. He goes, we'll just put that. What did he say? He said something. It was so smart ass. I go, you are being such a smart ass today. He said something like, we'll just put that in the memory bank or something for down the road. That when I tell you I don't want anything, just don't get me anything. Like, well, I'm just trying to be nice. So anyway, so now we are reading Richard Ramirez. Well, now I'm still reading The Girl Beneath the Sea, because I didn't finish it. Well, okay, so this is what happened. So last night when I got done vlogging, I was going to listen to a lot of the audiobook. I don't know how much I have left of it. Let me see. My wrist really hurt tonight when I woke up. It was like sleeping at an angle, and it was fisted. Okay, I have 2 hours and 5 minutes, which means I have an hour and 2.5. I'll probably finish it tonight while I'm playing Words with Friends, because I've got to catch up with my Words with Friends game. I said that to Bunny today. Oh my god, I got laughing so hard with Bunny. She looked so cute with her hat and everything on in our live stream. She guested today, which was, I think it was her first time ever guesting, maybe. But anyway, I didn't think it was because she was so comfortable on there, but maybe it was her first time. But anyway, I said, Bunny, I think I've like timed out, excuse me, of my games. Did I say this last night on the vlog? Like, I was sitting at Tanya's house, and my sponsor said something about, I love games. Do you like games? I said, yeah. And she goes, do you play any games on your phone? And I go, and I like, oh my god, like, I haven't played my Words with Friends in like 3, I mean, I literally had skipped to my mind, because I'm not sitting right here anymore. So it's not like I go in, I put the vlog up, and then I sit here, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna play Words with Friends for a while, you know? And I totally had completely forgotten it. And, so yeah. So I've got to go in and I've got to play Words with Friends tonight before I lose all of my games, my 60 games. Yeah, it hurts really bad right here. If I call my dad, he's going to say, you needed to get the splint. I told you that. He goes, you don't want to, he'll say, you don't want to get the splint. Because at first I was kind of like, there was something about the pain. I kind of like, I don't know what that's so weird. I don't know how to explain that statement. I don't know what it means. But it's almost kind of like when you get your funny bone hit and it's like at first it hurts, but then you're like, you know what I mean? Like it's kind of that. But anyway, he's going to say to me, I told you to go to CVS and get that splint. Because he said that there's a splint that you could get that I can just put my hand in or whatever and that I can sleep in it and it'll straighten out my hand. And he was like, it'll take the problem away. And I'm like, that's not going to take the problem away. He goes, trust me, yes, it will. He goes, because the reason that you're hurting your hand is because you're sleeping with a fist. And he goes, so if you sleep with your hand like that for like 3 or 4 hours, and I sleep like this. It's really weird. I don't know why. Alex noticed it when we got together, that I sleep like this, like I'm thinking about something. So I sleep like this, or I sleep on my stomach, and I sleep with like my fist like this. And my dad called it something like the fetal position or something like that. And he said it has a lot to do, he said the way that we sleep has a lot to do with how we were like in like our mother's womb sometimes. And he said you had fists, and he said you probably go back to that a lot still. And I said okay. And so, but my dad asked me, he said, does it hurt? My dad is a plastic surgeon, but he was a hand reconstructionist. So it's not just like my dad's some like nobody, like he knows what he's talking about when it comes to hands. And so like for his entire life, he's done hand surgery. So I said to him, he asked me, he goes, well, is it radiating down your thumb? And I said no. And then he asked me if it was in the rest of my hand, and I said no. And he said, is your hand, like, does it feel numb? And I said no. It doesn't feel, there's no numbness to it at all. It's total pain. And he goes, well, the numbness is when you really need to start worrying because oh, I said something to him about carpal tunnel, and he said, no, it's not carpal tunnel. He goes, because you're not, it's not happening because you're using your hand, it's happening because of the way you, he goes, trust me, I know what I'm talking about. So I said, well, he goes, when your hand starts becoming numb, then we have a serious problem. He said, but you need to just go get this thing at CVS because it'll straighten your hand out. And then when you sleep, you'll sleep like this and your hand won't hurt anymore. So if my dad is just very solution oriented. So if I call him and I'm like, oh, Dad, my hand's hurting, and he'll say, well, is the splint not working? And then and he'll go, you didn't get the splint, did you? Well, when you go get the splint and then tell me how you feel about it. That's how my dad, do you see, like, okay, do you know that they say that you pick your partner? There was some like therapist that did this whole study, I can't remember who it was, but that you pick your partner based on traits that your parents had or something like that. I mean, I'm sure it's true. Like, this is kind of like an oldest time kind of thing, right? But like, it's so funny because there's certain like traits that Alex has that remind me of my dad, and certain traits that Alex has that reminds me of my mom. Not always the best ones, but like that, they are very similar to that. Like, you know, problem solution, like that's how they are. Like very, very, very problem solution. What are we gonna do about it? Like, let's just not, you know, go around about this for months and months and months. Like, let's fix it, you know, whatever. My 2 other batteries, by the way, are inside. They are getting charged because this battery I used to make my review video on, and now it's at half battery and at 8 minutes and 40 seconds or something. I'm kind of surprised I have vlogged this long. I'm really worn out. I'm like really emotionally worn out. Not just from finding out about our friends, from just all of it. Like, I'm worn out. And I'm sure just like so many of you, you're worn out. And I feel totally powerless in that I don't feel like I know how to be of help or service, you know? I'm like really good in situations when people say, Peter, do this, okay? Like, Peter, here's like, you know, this is what I was really good at and when I was as a team player working, is it's like, okay, here's items 1 through 10 I need you to get done by the end of the day. Yes, and I could go in and I could do it, check off, do it, check off, do it, check off. But I've never been really great at trying to just figure out like, you know, even with like service work and all that kind of stuff, you know, I can do this, I can be part of an organization, and you tell me what to do, what you need me to do, things like, I am great at all of that. But I'm not really great and self-motivated at just coming up with like trying to be of service to the world. You know what I mean? Like, I know that probably surprises some people, but I'm not. Like, I'm very good at, you tell me what you need me to do and I can do it, but like, I'm not good at just coming up with it on my own. And I think like right now, I just feel incredibly, incredibly powerless, as I'm sure that many of you do out there. And I don't know, from like a common sense point of view, I'm sitting there thinking, well, what are they thinking that they're gonna do? Like, just for the next 2 days or 2 weeks or 2 months, that they're gonna like police every city in the United States? And just I don't know. And then I'm sitting there and I'm wondering today, like when I'm watching all of this, you know, even the peaceful protesting that was going on, and I was watching mostly downtown Indianapolis, but I also was watching some of San Diego because my brother-in-law had linked something, and I saw some other cities. Minneapolis, just so sad. And Atlanta, so sad. Los Angeles, just unbelievable. And I was watching a lot of the peaceful protests and the speakers and things like that. And it did surprise me, I will say, the majority of people did not have masks on and weren't social distancing. And I thought, I'm not judging them. I'm confused. Like, is the COVID, like, are we not worried about that anymore? And then I'm wondering, like, is this protesting and all of this, is this going to make it like 100 times? Because now we've literally gone from a 6 feet distance to hundreds of people, thousands of people not keeping any distance at all, interacting. And I wasn't like, I'm just telling you what I saw. I don't know, there may have been a lot of it, you know, that I also saw policemen and citizens protesting peacefully together. I wish that's what we saw more of. But I don't know, it's like, or are we gonna, in a week or two, hear of like an outbreak of COVID cases in all of these cities that had major rallies and protests? I don't know. There was something else I wanted to talk about. I don't remember what it was. I just kind of lost my mind to these birds and the squirrels. It's like, I don't know, I find such solace in just sitting there and watching them. And I was thinking, like, yesterday, as I had my iPad out and I was trying to, like, you know, record them on my iPad, which has actually a really great camera on it. And then I thought, what is your need to capture this on camera? Like, it's fun to rewatch, right? But, like, other than that, like, what's your need? Because, it's really weird. Like, as soon as I start walking towards, like, the glass door to record it, they, like, fly off, or if it's a squirrel, like, they run off, right? So, they're very aware of my presence. And, which is funny, because, like, so then they're obviously scared of human beings, because the food is there for them. I come and I put it out there. I don't know, maybe they don't, I'm sure that maybe they don't understand that, but I've heard stories of people that have kept, you know, like wild squirrels and birds and things like that, or fed them, and they came back knowing that they were feeding them. Like, it's kind of interesting now, like when I put the bird food out, literally within the next minute, there's like 3 birds that come over there and eat. Like, they're kind of like waiting for it. I think they know. And it's usually about the same amount of time, or around the same amount of time, the same time every day. It's when, you know, like I'm going to bed. I usually put it out there, so it's early in the morning, like right as the sun is coming up. And, but I was sitting there today, I was sitting in the chair, and I was just kind of watching it. And it's so peaceful. It slows everything down for me. As corny as this sounds, there's like so many lessons of just life and just watching these little animals, you know, and it's sweet to watch. And then I thought, what is your need to capture this, like, on video? Like, why can't you just be content just watching it? And I was thinking about, like, haven't we become a world where we have to have things constant? Like, it isn't just, I have a squirrel on my patio. It's, let me show you this video. I mean, and I will continue to show you videos because I love doing it. But it's like, let me show you this video of this squirrel that I have on my patio. You know what I mean? Oh, and let me put it on Instagram and name it. Which, by the way, I did follow that squirrel. Somebody told me to. There's some squirrel on Instagram that has his own Instagram page. But you know what I mean? Like, it's always about that. Like, that squirrel has no clue who he is on Instagram. He just knows. You know what I mean? I mean, I personalize my dogs for YouTube, so it's the same thing. But it's like I'm not judging it. I'm mocking all of us, including myself, at the ridiculousness of it. That we can't just enjoy, you know, like, or maybe some of you can. I don't know. I don't know. Why do I? What is going on with my hair back here? It doesn't matter. Why? Did my neighbor just wake up? He comes out here in the middle of the night and he takes his dog outside. It's so cute. I'm like, what is it about that we have this need to capture things on film or video? I hardly ever go back and watch this stuff, you know? And I was thinking about this. Do you ever go to, like, somebody's Facebook or Instagram and they literally post a picture, like, every 4 months? Like, seriously, right? And then it'll say, like, you'll be like, and you'll think to yourself, like, you go there for a specific reason. Like, maybe it's a friend of yours, right? And you're like, oh, I want to see if they posted a picture of us from when we, like, went to Ultra last year. Like, if it was Melissa and Jason and I, right? And you go there, and, like, they didn't even post a picture from Ultra. You know what I mean? And it's like, you think to yourself, they didn't post any pictures from, like, the whole time we were there. And I remember Alex's friend Jason, who passed away, like, he met up with us at Ultra the previous, would it have been that spring? I think it was that spring, maybe. And he said, I'm not going to, he goes, I'm only going to take, like, one short video of each DJ that I watch, and then I'm putting my phone in my pocket. Because, like, when you go to the music festivals, it's, like, a lot of this. Like, just constant people holding up and, like, recording the whole thing. And he said, I'm not going to do that. Like, I've decided that when I go to music festivals from now on, I'm just going to take, like, one short video of a song that I like, and then other than that, like, I'm just going to dance and enjoy the music and participate in the festival. Like, I'm not going to just record and, you know, all this, because what's the point? Although I will tell you, what's interesting to me is, like, my husband, he will literally sit in bed for, like, an hour and a half and go back over, like, sets that he has recorded of some of his favorite DJs. He does. He goes back and watch. I thought, whenever I see people recording that stuff, I think, who are they recording that for that are going to go back and watch it? My husband does. He watches it he'll go, he has videos of him and his girlfriends out and whatever. He's watched those videos back. He watches everything back that he's got. So I don't know. I don't watch it back. So it's pointless for me to have 15 videos or 20 videos of the same squirrel eating off the same picnic table. It's cute, sure, right? But it's like, but I was thinking about compiling it all together and just putting up a video and calling it Sammy the Squirrel. What do you think? And Drita the Cardinal. It's my mob neighborhood. I am thinking about putting that up. I don't know where I would put it up. Would anybody be interested in seeing that? Just like non-stop footage of birds and squirrels. I'm thinking about doing it. I was trying to figure out a way where I could just put my camera out there, or like my iPad. This is what I was trying to figure the other day. This is what I'm talking about. Like, what is the incessant need to have to capture this? I could not figure out how to like put my iPad so that it would like capture the picnic table perfectly, so that then I could just get footage of the birds and the squirrels eating off. I could just like go inside and then it would be clear outside, you know what I'm saying, with no door or anything. But I couldn't figure it out. I couldn't get it to stand up. And then it looked like it was gonna rain, and I was like, I really don't want to leave my iPad because I was going to get my coffee if it starts raining and then my iPad's wet. So, but I was gonna airdrop all of that footage, that video documentary footage, onto my camera, and I was gonna make a video just of the squirrels. But where would I put that? On what channel does that belong? If I put that on my drama channel, people would say, you have lost your mind. Aww. My friend Brittany, who married us, she posted. You wanna see her? So here's my friend Brittany, and this is with Chris, who was killed in the shootings. That's who married us. Her aunt watches my vlogs. Not her aunt, but like I think a cousin, because she comments on here all the time about it. Oh, this was from the last time that she was home, because she just had those hats made. You know, I just remember that. It's so weird. I took her the last time that she was here, and I think it was for... No, it was after... Was it after the Super Bowl? I took her to their apartment. It's so sad. So many people posting about it. So sad. Michigan sheriff joins demonstrators in parade. See? There's my stomach. That's how it should be, I think. Here's another one of my friends. I am numb, she said. A bunch of pictures of them. Melissa and Aaron went downtown to Indianapolis and cleaned up today. I wish I had known that they were going to go. I would have gone with them. She said, it was great seeing so many people downtown cleaning up and working together. We swept and picked up trash where we could, but with so many people working together, it was pretty picked up. Oh my god, my battery is getting ready to die. I didn't even see that. I'm gonna go inside and I am going to get... I was gonna say another Diet Coke, but I don't think I need that. I am going to get my other battery and I will be back in 2 and 2. Okay, I'm back. I have no idea what I was talking about. because I was sitting here and I was just reading all of my friends' posts and stuff. So sad. I honestly thought I would get on Facebook tonight, and because I was watching like the news coverage earlier of them arresting people on the streets in Indianapolis. So apparently this was like a huge deal in Indianapolis. They made our curfew 8 o'clock. And apparently people, like at 6 o'clock, they were tear gassing people that were protesting and kicking them off the streets. Alex was asking me why they said that, because I was watching the IMPD, which is the Indianapolis Metropolitan Police Department, sheriff or police chief or whatever he is. I was watching his news coverage, and he was saying that the reason they did it was that some of the police officers were feeling surrounded. So that's why they used the tear gas, and he was like explaining what tear gas was and stuff. And I always feel like I see like somebody walk behind my car. I swear if it was more of those things in the background, I'm gonna be freaked. I think the car just like plays tricks on me, because I'm like looking over there and I'm like, it looks like there's somebody standing there, but there's not. Serial killers trying to get me. But I honestly thought that I would get on Facebook tonight and look at the news coverage, and it would be, I guess I didn't specifically look up that channel because I was reading my friends' posts. Here's another one. It's so crazy how many people in Indianapolis he was friends with. It's just like one after another about him. What was I gonna say? But I didn't see any. I thought I would see like, oh, this is what I was gonna say. I thought I would see like footage of like stuff going on downtown, but there's like, I don't think there's anything going on right now. Which kind of really surprises me, honestly. Oh wait, here they have. Oh, this is like just the morning news. Yeah, nothing's showing right now. Channel 13 news. When I was out earlier today, I actually just wanted to get a frozen pizza from, because I didn't know if I was going to get dinner from Rizzoli's or not. So I wanted to go into Meijer to get a frozen pizza. I was going to run into Meijer. I was going to get a frozen pizza and come out. And this was at like 6:30, 6:15, 6:30. And I pulled into Meijer and it was closed. And there was nobody out at Meijer. Meijer's right across the street from Walmart, and like they're literally right across the street from each other, and across kind of like this major road called 96th Street. And but I almost never go to that Walmart anymore. So anyway, I didn't stop and ask. I saw people like talking to the guy at the door. There was like people standing outside the door, and I noticed that they had it like taped off, and I was like, what's going on? So I went down to the Shell gas station. I went in and I was like, I'm just going to get some chips and dip, of course. So I got some onion dip and some sour cheddar chips or whatever they're called. And so I was talking to this guy that was working there, and he kept on looking outside, and he kept on going like this, and I was like, are you looking for something? And he was like, well, he said apparently they've closed everything down. And I said, well, yeah, there's like a curfew at 8. I said, are you guys open past that? And he goes, yeah, because we're deemed essential workers and we have to stay open actually, that's not true. I had gotten Diet Coke from this gas station up the street when I first left, because I was out of Diet Coke, and she told me that they had to stay open until when they closed, which is like 10, because for the police department and the fire departments. He told me the same thing. He said, we're deemed essential workers, so we have to stay open. But he said Walmart closed because they got a threat. And I said, what are you talking about? And we don't live like close to Indianapolis. I mean, we don't live far away. We're like right smack in the middle of between downtown and the north side. And he said, yeah, Walmart got a threat that they're going to riot Walmart tonight. And so he said there's supposedly like a line of police cars like over there protecting it. I was like, what? So I called Tanya when I was leaving, and she said, I heard about the curfew, and she said, and I said, well, I'm gonna drive over there. I want to see if they have like police officers and stuff. And she was like, okay, well, I'll stay on the phone with you. Well, like, if there had been police officers and stuff, I wouldn't even gone into the parking lot. But there was like nobody there. It was like the parking lot just looked empty, completely empty. And there was like 2 cars that were kind of like going in front, like they looked like they couldn't tell if it was open or closed. And then there were like these 2 guys standing outside. So I pulled up in front, and he goes, we're closed. And I said, okay. I said, why are you guys closing so early? And he said, well, they're closing all of the stores on like north of 96th Street because a lot of businesses have gotten threats of rioting. And he was like, and Walmart got a specific threat, or we specifically got a threat. And I said, oh, and I was like, okay, well, be safe. So I don't know. I mean, I'm not seeing anything on the news about anything happening. Thank God. My hands, both hands are kind of achy tonight. Well, I still up for my audiobook, or for my books, which are mostly audiobooks, but I think I'm at 41 books still. This would have been my 42nd book. How many books do I have total? 41. And I have to have 8 read a month, so I'm like 1 more than what I was supposed to read for May, right? And that means I have to read 9 books. Well, it'll be not 9 books. It'll be 6 books because I'm almost finished with the other ones. I'm gonna finish it tonight. So that'll be 42 books. And then 6 more, which is crazy because once I finish that, then I think I've passed another year. 56 books is like, 2016, I read 54 books. So once I pass 54 books, which is going to happen, well, that won't happen this month. Well, I guess it could if I read that many books, but I doubt it'll happen. But that'll happen between like in July or August. And when that happens, I'll have passed all of my previous years, except for 2017, I read 68 books. It's crazy. And I have some friend requests in here. Let's see. Da, 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 da. I love books. I love books so much. I want to just keep on going on and reading really great books, though, is what I'm really hoping. I like to go in and see people's, like, recently read books or, like, their favorite books and things like that. Okay. You can kind of find out why people friend you and stuff. Like, if it's because, like, they watch the channel. Oh, she's a member of the True Crime Book Club. Okay. Hold on a second. I don't really care. I accept everybody's friend request on here. I love Goodreads. Oh, this person has read a lot of books. My lord. Currently reading 3 books. I need to read that Rick Riordan, the Lightning Thief guy. I've heard his books are really good. Dream. All I have to do is dream. What is this? Oh. I don't know what I'm going to read next, actually. I was going to read, well, maybe I'll read The Night Stalker next. It's just really long, and I feel like I want to read something a little bit shorter, but maybe I'll read The Night Stalker next. How long is it? Oh, actually, I have it. It's right here. It's 18 hours and 3 minutes. So I have The Night Stalker, The Ballad of Songbirds and whatever, and Snakes. That's by Susan Collins. This true crime book called People Who Eat Darkness. And then I have 3 meditation things. This Rainforest, Sleep Island, and Yellowstone National Park. Those are free downloads on Audible right now, by the way. All of their meditation ones are, and this one's 2 hours, one's 14 minutes, it's a meditation. The other one's 2 hours, they're supposed to help you fall asleep. So let's do that. Okay. And then Treasure Island, I was thinking about listening to that. Oh, I forgot I bought that book framed. I don't know why I bought that book. The Last Tribe. Oh, I forgot about that. The Testaments. I don't think these go in order of how I bought them. I've got some good books to listen to. I need to stay off of buying any books right now is what I need to do. Because I have enough books. But see, then I get on here and I'm like, oh, but I really want to read that. Let's see. What do I want to read? Possibly. Nora Roberts has a new book out called Hideaway. Let's see what this is about. Family Ranch and Big Sur. No, thank you. I'll pass on that. Are you guys surprised this Suzanne Collins book is not on the bestseller list? That surprises me. Oh, here's a reading of The Color Purple. I love that book. Have you guys seen the movie The Color Purple? It's such a fantastic movie. It's probably one of the best book-to-movie adaptations ever. What is this? Dream Maker. I've never heard of this book. Oh, because it's new. Okay. Do you remember the book I'm With the Band by Pamela DeBar? My friends were obsessed with that book. We all read it when we were in high school. What was the other book I just wanted to look up? I was just thinking of. What was the book by Amethyst that I read when I was... I should look it up and see. It wasn't Rosalind Pilcher. Book Amethyst. Remember I looked it up one night on here and I couldn't figure it out, and then that woman wrote that review. This. Oh, here it is. Mary Rose Hayes. I would die if they had it on Audible. I know they won't. But if they had it on Audible, I would totally have to get it and listen to it. Mary Rose Hayes. I don't even know if... I think I bought the book one time or something. Hayes. Mary Rose Hayes. Nothing. I wonder if you can still buy the book. Show all images of amethyst. Hold on a second. Mary Rose Hayes. I should buy the book and read it this summer is what I should do. Rose Hayes. I think I have it. Man, I think I bought it a couple years ago. Oh, here they have it on Amazon. Oh, it's brand. They have it brand new. They have used copies too. Exotic locales, intrigue, passion, and ominous prediction are ingredients in this altogether standard pot boiler that spans 20 eventful years in the lives of 4 female friends. How many pages is that? .406 pages. I'm gonna have to get this book. Why do I always buy such crap? That is the question, isn't it? I always buy such crap. I'm buying this. I feel like I already have it, but I don't know where it is, so. And I'm going to read it this summer, and it'll be a reread for me. It'll be real fun. You can get it brand new for $12.99. Well, okay. It's going to come between June 9th and June 12th. For expedited shipping, you can get it 2 days earlier. No, thank you. We'll just do standard shipping, thanks. I bought it. I can't wait to read it. Oh my gosh. That'll be fun to read. Alright, you guys, listen. I haven't ordered anything on Amazon in forever. I'm gonna get off here now. How do I sign out of here? There I go. I'm gonna get off here now, and I'm gonna listen to my audiobook, and hope for a more peaceful tomorrow. I'm praying for you guys. And sending a lot of peace and positivity out there in the world, and I love you guys. And if you made it this far in the vlog, there's Darlene Jolene Joe. She's stopping in to say hi. If you made it this far in the vlog, thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it tonight. Please give this video a big thumbs up if you liked it, and make sure that you're subscribed to all of my channels. Please give it a blue heart in the comment section below, for all of us that are part of the Wolf Pack, just trying to get along together. And I hope you guys are having an amazing, what is tomorrow? Is it Monday already? God, gosh, I can't believe it. I hope you're having an amazing Monday, unless you have other plans. But like I always say, don't have other plans. Make the most of your day. Do something fun today. Do something for somebody else today. I think more now than ever, it's to put kindness and good out there in the world, and compassion it's the time. Do something that is fun and exciting today, watching a movie or a new TV show or starting a new book. If you are starting a new TV show or book, let me know in the comment section below. My husband just started Dead Like Me today, and he really likes it. And he told me, he said, I think you'll really like it too. And what else was I gonna say? If you, also do something that will make yourself proud when you look back on it tomorrow or the next day, or next week, or next month, or next year, or 10 years, or 50 years, or 60 years, or 69 years, or family friendly, or 80 years from now. And if nobody else has told you this today, I love you. And make sure that you look at yourself in the mirror every single day and you say, I love you, you are valuable, you are important, you matter. All of those great positive affirmations that you need to believe about yourself. And before you go to bed every night, say, tell yourself tomorrow is going to be an amazing day, full of positive experiences and great opportunities. And I'm going to laugh and smile and be happy, joyous, and free all day tomorrow. And if my day gets off track, I can start my day over whenever I want. Which is hard, I think, during these times. And when you wake up in the morning, say, I love you, and you are valuable, and your life matters. And today is going to be an amazing day. I'm going to be happy, joyous, and free all day today. And I can't think of the rest. And I'm going to laugh and I'm going to smile. And I'm going to have really positive experiences and great opportunities come my way. And if I get off track, then I can start my day over whenever I want. Just as hard as it is, go in the other room, take a moment of meditation, prayer, or just speak to the universe if you're not a spiritual person and just say, I need to start this day over. I need to be more positive. I can't continue to go on this way. Call a friend, vent, do whatever you need to do. Start your day over. Don't waste a day of it. We're exchanging a day of our life. And yeah, most importantly, make sure that you reach out to somebody and you let them know how much they mean to you and say, hey, just wanted to know, let you know I was thinking of you. I hope you're doing well. Let somebody know that you care about them. And also practice random acts of kindness, but like I always say, don't tell anyone. Just do it to be a good person. Just do it because it's the right thing, it's a nice thing. Yeah, we don't have to tell anybody. It makes us feel better sometimes when we don't. Most of the time when we don't. And I think that's it. Is there anything else? No, I think that's it. I love you guys so much. Thanks for watching, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye. Love ya.